2018 is wrapping up, so like we always do, we got to do a Game of the Year video. And once again this year, we're giving our choices as a gameranx collective, and you guys, the community, thanks to the votes you submitted. So we can all just blame each other. But really though, it has been a good year for video games. It's been quite a year. I know I always say that 2015 has been a crazy year, but it's been a really great year for video games. It's been a kick-ass year for video games. Me personally, all the games I played this year through Before You Buys and personally and stuff, I've been really satisfied. We've seen huge new games come up, and we've also seen huge games completely fall flat on their face. And of course, please remember, these are our personal choices. Everybody has a different type of game preference, so these are our picks, these are the community picks. Chances are you're gonna have different picks, so let's all be civil. Not only that, we have heard you guys in comments and on social media and what you sent to us. We're finally gonna give you an office tour. Sort of. It's a YouTube channel, so like any good YouTube channel, we gotta do one too, right? That's how it works? That's how it works. That's definitely how it works. Look, we're not all under the same roof, but some of us are, so we'll show you our wonderful working space, and let's start giving away some awards. Coming over here to our unorganized stuff room, we're gonna talk about Best Mobile Game. We always start off kind of smaller. A lot of stuff this year, so let's roll the nominees.
Florence, Donut County, Pull Down, Dragalia Lost, or Egg Incorporated.
So here at gameranx, our favorite mobile game this year, we chose Florence for the way it very creatively told a story. The way you touch, the way you swipe, the way you tap is very interesting. They actually tried to really innovate. It's just a nice little story experience. It's got very interesting music and visuals, and we thought it was really cool and just different. And over on you guys out there, you voted for Donut County. So there you have it. 2 new mobile games to try out on your phone if you're bored or waiting at the bus stop or something. This is our microwave, so we figured it was a good place to talk about the best graphics of 2018. We're talking the good shit. If you're a graphics snob, we hope you guys voted. A lot of people voted, a lot to get into. Roll it.
Spider-Man, Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Forza Horizon 4, and God of War.
The winner for Best Graphics 2018, both the community choice and the gameranx choice, we're all friends here in agreement for Red Dead Redemption 2, which if you think about it, is really impressive considering as of right now, it's only a console game. I think what Rockstar can really get out of the horsepower of a PS4 and Xbox One is really impressive, and it totally shows in something like Red Dead Redemption 2. The detail on the characters' faces, the world, the foliage, the lighting, the size is really impressive, so props to them for that. But let's move on.
Next up, we have the best indie game of 2018, and there were a lot of really good indie games that came out this year. That's a really squeaky chair. Next up, we have the best indie games of 2018, and
Your chair's squeaking now.
Next up, we have the best indie game of 2018, and I just gotta say, there were a lot of really good picks for this. But anyway, here are the nominees.
Celeste, The Messenger, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, and Dusk.
For the community choice, you all picked Dead Cells, which I think that's definitely a very good choice. The difficulty was perfect. It also had the best replayability for one of those roguelike Metroidvania games. But for us over here at gameranx, we chose Celeste, which probably has some of the best platforming I've ever experienced in a game, and also a very good, heartwarming story and a killer soundtrack.
All right. Next, we're here to talk about our favorite open world game. Not a lot of criteria for that. It's just a good game that we liked that also happened to have an open world. So the nominees for open world game are
Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Far Cry 5, and Sea of Thieves.
So it looks like according to the poll results, you guys out there chose Red Dead Redemption 2. That's absolutely valid. There's so much to do in that open world that it's incredibly satisfying. Say what you want about Red Dead. The best thing about that game for a lot of people is getting lost in that world and just doing random bullshit. On the flip side, our choice here at gameranx was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Part of the reason is because the world is absolutely so big. Because the game was kind of designed to just kind of keep you going through the game world slowly, not blasting through it, but really enjoying every landmass throughout this ancient Greece. And we really loved it for that. Honestly, we were really surprised considering we kind of played the hell out of Origins last year. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was just a good-ass game. Next up here are our picks for best action-adventure game. This is something that we always argue about in the office because action-adventure is such a broad category. Regardless, though, here are the nominees.
Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Spider-Man, God of War, and Hitman 2.
So you guys, the community, went with, what did you go with? Red Dead Redemption 2, which is absolutely an action game, and it is also an adventure game. So good job. We picked here on the GameRanx side Spider-Man because I definitely lobbied heavily for that one because I'm a Spider-Man fanboy, but it's a fantastic game, and it's a great adventure to play through. There's a lot of other stuff out there that didn't make the cut. Most notably for this category, I would love to see something like Dead Cells, but those are the picks. There's so many great games out there. Let's move on to the next category.
Hey everybody, we're here on the live show set where we do the live thing. For those of you that don't know, we do a live video on YouTube every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. We talk about the newest games, talk about the news, do a bunch of bullshit, give away free stuff. But today we're talking about the best multiplayer game. Yeah. So let's get right into it. The nominees are
Destiny 2 Forsaken, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Sea of Thieves, A Way Out, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
And the community chose Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nice. That's a good video game.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yay! What?
Nothing.
What?
I think,
Shut your
it's
tone.
good. I think Smash is bad, but okay.
You got too crazy last year. We had to put you in a cage.
Breath of the Wild is still bad. Sorry.
The other choice, our GameRanx choice, was A Way Out.
Yeah.
Bit of an unconventional choice.
That's a weird choice, and I'm way into it.
Yeah.
We stand by it. You and I, we had an emotional connection when we played that.
In one day.
One day, one sitting, basically. Really unique, fun experience. It's kind of like old school and corny, but also just felt kind of fresh because it's like a couch co-op, good time.
Yeah, I mean the reasons I love The Room is the reason I love A Way Out.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of like, it's like The Room, the game. But speaking of The Room, let's get into best narrative. What? There were a lot of games this year with kick-ass stories, a lot of good characters and stuff, but we had to narrow it down to just one. So let's roll the nominees.
Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, and Florence.
Now, this was a group choice. Looks like GameRanx, us, and the community both chose the same thing. Great minds think alike. We're all best friends like that. The winner is... Can you read that?
I like your little cowboy man.
That's a little cowboy man.
He looks nothing like Arthur Morgan.
He has a plan.
That's a good boy.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is an excellent story. I think we could all agree on that. Fantastic characters that kind of have stuck with us. A story that's really kind of long, but also very good, and serves as a really, really good prequel that almost strengthens the original Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, agreed.
I think honestly, it's like Rockstar firing on all cylinders. Like one of the best stories, and I enjoyed it very much. It's cool to see everybody else enjoying that too.
Oh yeah,
good choices
definitely.
all around.
Yeah, no, it's not just us.
But let's get out of here. Let's move on.
All right.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Next up is biggest disappointment. I'm sure you guys could probably guess what the winner is going to be, but roll those nominees, Falcon. Let's see what we got.
Fallout 76, State of Decay 2, Metal Gear Survive, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and We Happy Few.
Okay, so by unanimous decision by both GameRanx and you guys, the community, everybody has voted for Fallout 76. Believe it or not, the runner-up was Metal Gear Survive. The only reason why it didn't win and why we didn't pick it was because we kind of knew that was going to be a disappointment. Here, Fallout 76, obviously not what a lot of Fallout fans wanted. A lot of controversies around it. I'm really too tired to bring them up again. But ultimately, congratulations, Fallout 76. You got the big fat Razzie Award from us.
This is our disgusting bathroom that people always, they pee on the seat, they leave coffee cups everywhere. I don't know what the problem is. Are they here? Are they here right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just keep going. You already said it. Said can't be unsaid.
Whatever, we're here to talk about best first-person shooter. Very interesting year, a lot of competitive games, so let's get into the nominees.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, and Dusk.
So the winner you guys chose for first-person shooter of the year is very interesting. It's actually Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Interestingly enough, I think it's a worthy title. I think it's one of the better competitive multiplayer Call of Duties in a while, and Blackout mode is really genuinely good. Their take on Battle Royale, I think, is worth experiencing if you're even at least kinda into the Call of Duty formula. But on the flip side, over here we chose, a lot of people are gonna freak out over this, Destiny 2 Forsaken. That's GameRanx's choice here at the office. Tom and Andrew in particular are huge Destiny guys. I'm not, but they overruled me. Seriously though, the Destiny formula right now is very good at satisfying fans, so we're happy to give it a mention. But let's move on. Let's get out of here.
Hey, next up is Best Style, which is not to be confused with Best Graphics. This is more of a artistic award as opposed to the raw technical one that is Best Graphics. There are a lot of really good nominees this year, but let's take a look at them.
Return of the Obra Dinn, The Gardens Between, Sea of Thieves, Dragon Ball Fighters, and Gris.
But yeah, like I said, a lot of really great nominees, as you can see. And for this one, it seems to be a general consensus between both us and all of you that Dragon Ball Fighters is the winner of Best Style for 2018. It is a really cool meld of both like artistic style and raw technical stuff to make it look so good as a Dragon Ball game and just as a fighting game in general. It's fluid, it looks awesome, it looks like you're watching a cartoon a lot of times, and we're really into that.
Coming back over here to me, we got to talk about our most anticipated games. This was a hard one to categorize. We tried to nail the voting down to games that are hopefully dropping in 2019, but we expected some of you guys to vote for beyond that. Regardless, let's see the nominees. Let's see what we got.
Days Gone, Kingdom Hearts 3, The Outer Worlds, Anthem, or The Last of Us Part 2.
There's also a ton more out there than these. We were hoping we would see some write-ins. Believe it or not, Cyberpunk 2077 did not win. I guess people were looking, like us, to more recent games that are going to drop, hopefully. So the community chose The Last of Us Part 2. And that absolutely makes sense because The Last of Us was great. And from what we have seen, The Last of Us 2 looks great. Is it going to drop in 2019? Hope so. Who knows? Our pick, though, is The Outer Worlds. This made a big splash at the Game Awards. Most recently, this is Obsidian's next big RPG, and it just looks like it's a game we really want to play. That's really it. There's no other way to describe what that is. It's sci-fi, it's Obsidian, it's got elements of Fallout, it's got elements of Borderlands, a bunch of things mishmashed together, and we love Obsidian RPGs, so we're there day one.
Remember that time Casey Neistat got a bagel at that?
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. That was cool. It was in a video. Anyway, the next bit is Best RPG. This is a hard category because there's so many games now that just have RPG elements. Then there's JRPGs. So it was rough. But let's get into the nominees.
Dragon Quest XI, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, Valkyria Chronicles 4, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Monster Hunter World.
So it seems like for this one, we were all together a tie. From the community to our GameRanx choices, Monster Hunter World wins Best RPG of 2018. And you know what? That's great because Monster Hunter World kind of satisfied everybody. It satisfied hardcore fans that love this game. It also brought in newcomers of the series like most of us. It really taught us what makes a Monster Hunter game so special without losing what makes it important to the hardcore fans. I kind of repeated myself there a little bit. Long story short, it's really great. They're putting Geralt in it. I'm really curious to see what the hell that's about. But let's move on. Let's get out of here. It's cold.
Coming back at you from the GameRanx microwave zone. Now we have to talk about Best Music from 2018. This is always a hard one for me. A lot of us here, we experience so many games every year, and so many of them have kick-ass soundtracks. But let's see what we got.
Celeste, Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man, God of War, or Dead Cells.
So, you guys out there in the GameRanx community world chose Red Dead Redemption 2. And yes, I can get down with that, especially that one song. How does that one song go? And staying unshaken. No, I'm not going to keep going. Stop. Interestingly enough, though, on the flip side, our choice here in the GameRanx offices was Celeste. Because even if you don't play the game, you gotta go on YouTube and check out the soundtrack because it's that good. It's also very just good old video game soundtrack. It's one of the best ones in a while. Check it out. Last but not least, we made it to the end. We're here to talk about Game of the Year. So With that, let's just get right into it. Falcon, my good friend, roll those nominees.
God of War,
The responsibility is far greater.
Red Dead Redemption 2,
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
Spider-Man,
Point something out. For all the so-called good he does, the only thing he never seems to be able to do is finish the job.
Celeste, Dragon Ball Fighters, Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Before you, I see a path.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate,
We'll win this. I know we will.
Monster Hunter World, Pillars of Eternity 2, and Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Otherwise, we'll never make it across the ice.
So the winner this year, believe it or not, there is a tie between our choices and your choices out there with the ballots you submitted. The winner for gameranx Game of the Year 2018, our choice and community is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yay! This was kind of like a Red Dead Redemption Love Fest type of video, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Well, regardless, it is a good video game.
Yeah, very good.
So, everybody, thank you for watching. I think that's the best thing we can say. Thank you for keeping us alive, watching all of our videos. We love our job, and we love you. So we'll see you guys soon. What day is it? I don't even know.
I don't even know what's going on.
I don't even know when we recorded this, when this is going
to go
up.
to bed.
All right. Well, good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye.